Process control systems are critical to Gasco's operations. Due to advances in technology and open networks, control systems may be exposed to several threats if PCN guidelines are not followed. Hi, I'm Mershade, and I'm going to be telling you all about how you can keep PCN safe and secure for your company. One of the most common reasons for security incidents, such as virus and malware propagation to the control system environment, is through the use of external storage devices like USBs. Here, we have a third-party vendor with a valid work permit accompanied by a Gasco employee visiting our engineering room. But it seems our employee is getting a phone call. Looks like it's a long conversation. He steps out to continue his phone call, leaving the visitor all by himself. The visitor now opens one of the cabinets and sticks a USB drive in. He types something on the keyboard, ejects the USB, and is on his way out. Soon, however, performance degradation is noticed on the system. Meanwhile, the operator in the control room notices the systems are slow. However, he decides not to follow it up. As time passes, the systems get slower and slower, and finally, what do you know? There's a security alert. It's time to act. How could this have gone differently? PCN Security Guidelines explains the necessary do's and don'ts to be followed in the control system environment. As per our guidelines, visitors shall always be escorted throughout their visits. Visitors shall not be left unattended at any time. Removable media like USB drives should not be used within the premises. Unusual performance degradation issues shall be reported immediately. Let us take a look at another scenario regarding a common tactic to gain access to PCN information. It's very important to lock the cabinets, desks, and secure physical access to critical facilities. Here we have an authorized visitor with his work permit visiting our control room. He enters the control room and begins his work. He notices an engineer walk past him towards the engineering room. He sees that the door hasn't shut all the way, so he decides to take a look inside. Fascinated by what he sees, he walks around and notices other engineers busy at work, but none of them asks him who he is. The cabinets are unlocked. He can see a lot of critical information, such as PCN architecture and even a note with a login ID and password. Now, that's quite tempting for an attacker, and right on cue, he's picking up the slip with the login details and making his way out. How could this have gone differently? As per Gasco's PCN security policy and procedures, visitors shall always be escorted. Visitors should be directed and escorted to the MCR shift superintendent, who then needs to verify the credentials of the visitor. He then proceeds to call the responsible engineer. After receiving the approved work permit, the visitor shall be allowed to enter the engineering room accompanied by Gasco staff. A Gasco employee shall attend to the visitor throughout his time there and finally escort him out upon completion of work. As a precautionary measure, however, all cabinets need to be under lock and key. All critical information and PCN data shall be secured. At no point in time should login details be written on paper and left out in the open. Let's follow these simple PCN security guidelines and ensure we keep our company safe and secure. After all, PCN security is incomplete without you.